Let us try to find out the DC analysis in which we are interested in getting the quiescent operating point of the circuit, and it is obtained by plotting this IC versus VCE, that means collector to emitter voltage, and therefore we are interested in getting two equations, one for this VCE and second one for the IC, that means for the collector to emitter voltage and for the second that will be IC, that is collector current of the circuit. Now how to get the DC analysis? It is simply by making all the inputs to ground. So input for this base B1 of Q1 transistor, it is grounded. Input for base B2 of say Q2 transistor, it is also grounded. And second thing, it is the perfect matching of the circuit, especially for the transistors Q1 and Q2. So gain of the transistor, it is also same. All the components, they are almost same components, and therefore we will be getting the perfect matching of this Q1 and Q2. Now in order to get the VCE value, so we will be going to see actual circuit here. So let us apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. To the base emitter loop of Q1. We will be getting this type of equation, say RSIB, that means this RS is the series resistor of this B1 base, and the current passing, it will be IB into plus this VBE, that is base emitter voltage, plus this RE into the current, it will be twice IE, minus VEE is equal to 0. Now let us rearrange the terms, but before going to rearrange the terms, so we must know something, that means how to get this IC value. So IC in terms of IB can be considered as IC is equal to beta into IB, or I can consider IB is equal to IC upon beta. This is one thing. And the second thing we will be considering, IC is also equal to alpha into IE. So the term alpha, it is almost equal to 1 or slightly less than 1. So we will be considering, say, IC is almost equal to IE. Therefore, if we consider this type of thing, so we will be getting this RS into, now this will be IC upon beta instead of IB, plus now this VBE plus this RE into twice IE we can write it as IC minus VEE is equal to 0. Now rearrange the terms in such a way that we will be getting IC terms together. So RS into IC upon beta plus RE into twice IC, that is equal to VEE minus VBE. So I will be considering this IC term as IC into RS upon beta, and here you will be also having this IC, that means into bracket here twice R into E, that is equal to again VEE minus VBE. Now rearranging this equation, so we will be getting directly this IC is equal to VEE minus VBE upon, now these two terms, one is twice RE plus second is the RS upon beta. Now this RS upon beta value is very high, RS value is in terms of say few tens of ohms, therefore this value is very small as compared to this twice R into E. That means I can write like this twice RE is far greater than RS upon this beta, therefore this RS upon beta can be neglected or we can remove it, and we will be getting the final term like this. So IC I can consider in terms of this VEE minus VBE upon twice RE. Let me call this equation 1. What it indicates or what it tells us that VEE value, that means it will be negative power supply voltage. VBE value, as it is the base emitter diode, so for silicon type of diode we will be getting this type of value, it will be 0.7. so this value is known, this value is known, and we are having, suppose this RE value we have selected it proper way, so we will be getting RC according to the value of RE. Let us now consider the collector side loop. Now we are interested in finding out this VC, therefore this collector point voltage, it will be VC, the emitter point voltage, it will be V, and the difference between VC and V, it will be VCE, which is shown here. Now let us apply this KVL to collector loop. Now we will be getting, say, VC is equal to VCC minus collector current into collector resistor ICRC. Now VCE, it is nothing but this VC minus VE, that is emitter point voltage. So VC is VCC minus IC RC minus VE. Now if we look at this input side of this transistor Q1, so if we apply the KVL again, what is the value of RS? RS value is very small, and the current passing through this RS, that will be IB, it is also small. So this value is almost negligible. So if we consider this VBE, so VB, it will be almost all VB, it will be here. So the voltage at E point or VE is equal to minus VB, and therefore I can write like this VCC minus ICRC minus VBE. Okay, so this will be VCC minus ICRC minus that will be plus, that will be VBE, and this is equal to this VCE. So we are having this second equation, equation number 2. Okay, so in this equation number 2, this is equation number 2. In this equation number 2, we are having the known value, that is the voltage supply, positive voltage supply, that is VCC, and second known value, it is base emitter voltage, which is for silicon transistors it will be 0.7 volts. So VCE, it will be nothing but rely on this IC and RC. So IC we have find out, and RC you will have to choose in proper way, so that we will be having proper VCE. If we try to plot the load line, so load line will look like this. So this will be current IC on y-axis and the voltage VCE on x-axis. So if we draw the load line, it will look like this. The point of this line crossing on this x-axis, it will be cutoff point for the transistor, and the point cutting at y-axis, we call it as saturation. So transistor will be at saturation at that point, and here it will be cut off. So in between saturation and cutoff point, so we will be having somewhere else the quiescent operating point Q, and if we extend this Q point coordinates on x and y axis, so we will be having this IC Q, that means quiescent point current, and quiescent point voltage, that means VCE Q. So the quiescent operating point, it will be the function of IC and VCE for the differential amplifier.